What if I told you the greatest diamond robbery in British history was stopped seconds before it began? What if the thieves had already won and didn't know it yet? On November 7th, 2000, beneath London's grey sky, a crime unfolded so audacious it bordered on madness. A 350 million diamond haul awaited its fate inside the Millennium Dome. A construction vehicle acted as a battering ram, ready to smash through the walls. A speedboat was queued to tear down the Thames, disappearing into London's maze of streets and bridges, and a police sting so deep it rewrote the rules of modern surveillance was already in motion. Tonight, we open the files on the Millennium Dome heist. The crime is remembered not for what was stolen, but for how terrifyingly close it came to succeeding. The Millennium Dome was Britain's symbol of hope, progress, and the future. A white leviathan rising on the Greenwich Peninsula, stitched with steel and dreams, but inside sat something far more ancient and dangerous. De Beers diamonds, flawless, uncut, legendary. Among them, the 203-carat Millennium Star, and other stones so rare they were never meant to be sold. Estimated value, 350 million. Security was believed to be tight, impenetrable even. But to the shadowy figures watching from afar, the dome wasn't a fortress. It was a thin-skinned vault waiting to be breached. This was not a gang of amateurs but seasoned career criminals, veterans of armed robbery, surveillance, and logistics. They didn't dream small, planning with ruthless precision. They studied guard rotations, CCTV blind spots, river traffic schedules, and police response times. Their plan was not subtle but shockingly brutal. A JCB digger would smash through the dome's wall in broad daylight. The diamonds would be snatched in under 2 minutes. Then, before anyone could react, a speedboat would whisk the loot down the Thames, vanishing into London's labyrinth. No tunnels, no disguises, no patience. Just shock, speed, and chaos. A plan so insane it might actually work. But what the gang didn't realize was they were already inside a trap. From the moment their idea surfaced, the police were listening. Phones were tapped, cars tracked, meetings photographed from across the river. Undercover officers posed as criminals, fake fences, fake buyers, and fake assurances that everything was clean. The gang believed they were planning the perfect crime. In reality, they were rehearsing for their downfall. Every detail, from timing to escape routes, was monitored and manipulated. The authorities let the plan grow, knowing the bigger the scheme, the harder it would fall. The day of the heist was set to be a triumph for the criminals, but the police had woven a web too tight to escape. Seconds before the diggers shattered the dome's barrier, the police moved in. The loud crash was just the beginning of the chaos. Officers swiftly overwhelmed the gang members, who thought they had the perfect plan. In the end, no diamonds were stolen, and the criminals walked into a trap of their own making. The Millennium Dome heist remained one of Britain's boldest near misses. A story of arrogance, planning, and the tight grip of law enforcement. The question still haunts Scotland Yard. What if the thieves had succeeded? Let this story be a warning and a thrill, because sometimes the biggest crimes are stopped just inches away from success. And the most shocking news is how close the thieves truly came to the perfect crime. Stay tuned for more hidden histories and unbelievable stories on Behind the Veil Truths. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to uncover the secrets lurking beneath the surface. On November 7, 2000, the JCB roared to life, shattering the silence of the Millennium Dome. Tourists screamed as steel tore through the exterior, glass shattered into 1,000 glittering shards. Alarms screamed loudly, echoing through the night, as chaos erupted inside the iconic structure. Inside, diamonds glittered under museum lights, beautiful, ancient, oblivious to the chaos around them. The criminals moved fast, their plan executed with precision and ruthless efficiency. But even faster were the men already waiting outside, poised and prepared for the inevitable confrontation. Within seconds, armed officers flooded the scene, their presence a stark contrast to the chaos. There was no chase, no frantic pursuit through the streets, just a swift, coordinated response. No escape was possible. The getaway boat never moved, parked silently on the riverbank. Not a single diamond was stolen, defying all expectations and plans. In the end, 350 million worth of jewels were saved from the clutches of thieves. The heist of the century ended abruptly, without a single jewel leaving its case or display. Yet the story didn't end there. Secrets whispered in the shadows of investigation rooms. Here's the detail rarely discussed. Investigators later confirmed the crew, or their associates, had scoped something even more unthinkable. The crown jewels, locked away in the Tower of London, were on their radar as the ultimate prize. Centuries of tradition, symbols of monarchy that were fiercely protected and revered. That plan never materialized, the operatives' fingers fumbling at the door of history. But files showed it wasn't just a wild fantasy, it was on the very next list of targets. Had the dome heist succeeded, Britain's reputation might have crumbled beneath the weight of such audacity. It could have been Britain's greatest humiliation since the infamous Great Train Robbery. Fast forward 25 years, and the Millennium Dome heist remains a defining case study in law enforcement. It's taught as the perfect plan, the perfect bust in police academies around the world. It revolutionized undercover operations, turning police into experts at anticipating spectacle crimes. Museums worldwide bolstered security, knowing how close they had come to catastrophe. Criminals, too, learned from the near miss how to plan for the biggest heist that could have been. And here's what chills the most. The most dangerous crimes aren't the ones that happen, but the ones that almost did. Because sometimes fate's timing is everything, an almost thing that slips just out of reach. For those eager to uncover deeper truths, subscribe to Behind the Veil Truths, where the stories beneath the surface are revealed. And the final image burns into memory. The diamonds still shine, eternal under controlled museum lighting. The Thames flows quietly past Greenwich, a silent witness to history's turning point. The dome, now transformed into the O2, hosts concerts rather than catastrophes. But somewhere tucked away in police archives are photographs, smashed walls, stopped clocks, and memories frozen in time. A stark reminder that history sometimes hinges on seconds, on mere moments of possibility. Because if the timing had been just a little different, it wouldn't be a story of a failed crime. It would be Britain losing its crown. Next time we explore the heists that did escape, slipping through the cracks of law enforcement's grasp, and the stories they refused to speak about, mysteries buried deep beneath official silence.